The 1970s were an exciting time in population genetics. Innovative scientists were developing new methods to test evolutionary hypotheses. Looking at publications from this time, it appears that this science was done by independent male scientists publishing single-author papers. But were there really only men doing population genetics in the 70s? The acknowledgments tell a different story. For example, in this article by Jeffrey Watterson, the acknowledgments say, "I thank Mrs. M. Wu for help with the numerical work, and in particular for computing Table 1. Acknowledged programmers like M. Wu wrote and ran programs for population genetic analyses. Yet, instead of being authors, they were only acknowledged for their work."
To quantify the contributions of knowledge programmers, we gathered data from all articles published in theoretical population biology from 1970s to 1990. In these data, a significantly higher proportions of women are acknowledged rather than given authorship. In fact, only 7% of authors were women, while 43% of knowledge programmers were women. While we saw more programmers, especially women in the 70s, we see the numbers of programmers taper off in the 80s. This decline was probably caused by a shift in programming responsibilities to graduate students, who did get authorship.
When looking at our data, we noticed that 3 women were acknowledged multiple times. These programmers were repeatedly sought out for their demonstrated programming and/or statistical skills. For example, Margaret Wu was acknowledged twice in our data. She helped with the famous Watterson estimator paper that's now been cited over 3,000 times.
Our results dispel the misconception that women were participating in science. We showed that despite being left out from the author list, women make substantial contributions to population genetics in the 70s, both in terms of quantity and quality. This matters since research showed that an increase in visible representations of women can improve career outcomes for women currently entering the field. We're hopeful that our work spurs scientists in diverse fields to visibilize the contributions of women and people of color in their own disciplines.
We would like to thank the following people and funders. And of course, thanks to the acknowledged programmers and all of the women who came before us. For more details, check out our manuscript, Illuminating Women's Hidden Contribution to Historical Theoretical Population Genetics. And thank you all for watching.